Good evening, Virtual Village family. I hope you all are doing well. I promise you, we have a literacy game party backstage to that theme song. I hope you all love it just as much as we do. I hope you all are incorporating that into your little ones' learning. I think it's a great motivator. It's literacy time, it's reading time. And we have posted that theme song on our YouTube channel, Clever Communities in Action on YouTube. And we have it on our Clever Communities in Action Facebook page. So please access that, add that into the learning rotation to get the little ones excited about reading. I want to catch these greetings we have coming on right here. So we have Miss Gaynor. Yes, she says, hello, Virtual Village family. Glad to see you. Hope that you and your daughter are doing well this evening. We love the work that Miss Gaynor and her daughter are doing for our young people in Norfolk, Virginia. Wonderful work being done by the both of them. And then we have Miss Tamara Joy Hunter, who says, I love that you have my favorite teacher on. Okay. Look, she is giving y'all a little heads up, right? So you all know every Monday and Wednesday, we have our teachers come on, not just any kind of teachers, but we have teachers who are dedicated to their craft, who know what they are doing, who are skilled at what they're doing. But on top of that, they love our children. They are patient with our children, and it is their calling. It is what they do. And those are the only type of teachers who join this literacy game. And so we have a new teacher for our viewers tonight. These teachers are known by many, but to a lot of our Virtual Village family who are all around, you will meet this young lady for the first time tonight. So we're excited to have her, but we'll get into that. Let me grab some more of these greetings. We have Sharice is in the house. She says, good evening, y'all. Good evening, sis. How are you doing? She is holding it down for the Norfolk PTA and doing all kind of wonderful things. And I hope she has her boys tuned in. A beautiful, beautiful bunch she has. And then Letitia is here representing with that warm greeting. I feel that one. Great evening, CCIA family. I love that with the all caps and the exclamation marks. As Chancellor would say when he was up here, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Okay, so we are in for a fun literacy-filled night, a wonderful night. It is all about this foundational literacy, all about learning, making sure that we are building strong, confident, competent readers, but also that we are making sure that our young people and our families are aware of the contributions that Black people have made to this country and to the world. We say that we are your one-stop literacy and culture shop. One-stop literacy and culture shop right here. You can get it all. So we hope you have your little ones, your whole family tuned in right now. And if you have been feeling down, we have the perfect person who is going to come and pick you and your little ones all the way up. And if you were feeling good today because it was a warm day and all of those good things, then she is going to make you feel exponentially better. So come on, Pumpkin, let's get us motivated.
Greetings, Virtual Villagers. My name is Shania, and do you know what time it is? It's affirmation time! Time to remind ourselves how great we are. So everybody, repeat after me. I am smart. I have purpose. I am confident. I am valuable. My voice is worthy of being heard. I am an asset to my family, school, and community. I respect myself and I respect others. I am beautifully made inside and out. I love my beautiful hair and I love my beautiful brown skin. I am more than enough. Great job, Virtual Villagers! Can I get a virtual high five? Great job! And always remember how fantastic you are. Villagers. It's Kalia. I'm back, and you know what I'm here for. This is today's moment in history. The Deacons for Defense and Justice. African Americans were harassed and attacked by the white Ku Klux Klan vigilantes in the mill town of Jonesboro, Louisiana. In 1964, 5 black churches, a Masonic hall, and a Baptist center were burned by white terrorists. Given these threats, Ernest Chili Willie Thomas and Frederick Douglass Kirkpatrick founded the Deacons for Defense in November 1964 to protect civil rights workers, their families, and the black community against the local KKK. Most of the Deacons were veterans with combat experience from the Korean War and World War II. On February 21st, 1965, the day of Malcolm X's assassination, the first affiliated chapter was founded in Bogalusa, Louisiana, followed by a total of 20 other chapters in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. The police and the sheriff in Bogalusa, as well as most government organizations, were all infiltrated by the Klan. As a result, the only protection the people of Bogalusa had against the Klan was the Deacons. The Bogalusa chapter gained national attention during the summer of 1965 in its violent struggles with the Ku Klux Klan. The Deacons' militant confrontation with the Klan in Bogalusa throughout the summer of 1965 was planned to gain federal government intervention. These tactics proved successful when in July 1965, escalating hostilities between the Deacons and the Klan in Bogalusa provoked the federal government to use Reconstruction-era laws to order local police departments to protect civil rights workers. In 2003, a television movie, Deacons for Defense, directed by Bill Duke and starring Forrest Whitaker, was aired about the 1965 events in Bogalusa.
This episode of the Virtual Village Show has been brought to you by Truist.
Good morning, students!
Professor Ramona and I are going to be working on fractions today.
Encuentra el país.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him.
Excuse me.
Ay, de nuevo.
Teachers are doing whatever it takes to connect with their students.
202.
And Cox is too, by connecting over 140,000 eligible students in need with low-cost internet.
Who wants to see it again?
With the Connect to Compete program from Cox.
Have you been injured? Do you need to protect your intellectual property? The McPhillip firm can help you. We are an Atlanta-based boutique law firm offering a unique blend of personal injury and intellectual property services. We provide tailored counseling and representation. The McPhillip firm is here for you. Call us today for a free consultation at 404-999-5LAW. The McPhillip firm. No gimmicks, just results.
All right, virtual villagers. So I hope you all are feeling affirmed. Shania always comes through and she delivers. I am smart. I am valuable. My voice is worthy of being heard. So that's another thing that we have a segment that we post separately. And we hope you guys are incorporating that mantra into the lives of your little ones and yourselves, because even we as adults can stand to hear those things over and over and over again. You can't get too much of that. Let's see, we got a comment coming in here. We have Gary is in the house. Gary McCollum says, hey, y'all, I can't stay on, but you are awesome. We appreciate that. There's some more positive affirmation. This is that type of space, okay? But yeah, Shania gets us right, and we hope that you all are incorporating that affirmation. Feel free to use it. Definitely play that over and over again as a parent, as a teacher, as a grandparent. If you want that snippet from us, let us know, and we'll make sure that you have it so you can play Shania for your little ones over and over and over again. That's what it's designed for. Again, we are your one-stop literacy and culture shop. Then Kalia, congratulations to Kalia as a freshman at Clark Atlanta University. She just moved in last month, and she always comes through with that moment in history. And I want to know, you guys, how many of you are familiar with the Deacons of Defense? How many of you guys are familiar with the Deacons for Defense? If you are, drop it in the chat. If you did not know anything about them, let us know that too. Because one of the things, Tanisha says that affirmation was awesome and she would like a copy. So please do us a favor. Well, we'll get with you. We will get with you, Tanisha, to make sure that you get that. Okay, definitely. That is nothing but a thing. We love that. And let's see, the deacons. So drop a comment in the chat and let us know whether or not you were familiar with the deacons or not. That is a story that doesn't get heard often. And one of the things that we wanted to do with the moments in history was to make sure that we highlight people or events that you don't typically hear about, that are not taught in the school system and that are not taught in the community normally as they should be. And even if we bring on some people who you may have heard of, we want to add aspects of what they have done that are not told. Again, we had Dr. King earlier in the week, and we talked about aspects of him that people are not familiar with. They often reduce him to the same sound bites over and over again, but he was revolutionary, and that is why he is not here with us today. So these moments in history are super important. We also have those in little clips, the ones from season 3. We have those. So if you would like the moments in history, we can give you that playlist. Make sure you have access to those and that you are sharing them. And that as a family, you all get together and you talk about these. Let's see. Mr. Bracey said it was news to him. So we are glad to bring some news to you all. And then we have, we have Alrika. Pardon me if I am mispronouncing your names, but she says that she is here and we are so glad to have you here. We are super glad to have you here. And so, yes, putting these nuggets of Black history out there. And what we hope you guys will do is make it a building block for that conversation. Go and do the further research. At the end of this program, we always have book recommendations that are for further reading about who our person or event was in the moment in history. So I hope that was some valuable information, and know that the deacons moved around. The deacons moved around. A lot of the demonstrations that we know about that happened during the civil rights movement, the deacons were there on the low, but the people who needed to know, they knew the deacons were there, and that's why a lot of things didn't go but so far. So we also wanted to highlight resistance. I think that doesn't get talked about a lot. And that was something that definitely happened. And we have to keep this alive because a lot of the history is passed down orally. There was a time when domestic terrorism against Black people was like super, super heavy. And a lot of people were not comfortable talking about these things. And as those elders began to die out, it's important that we keep these stories going. And then we also talk about history is not something that we want to learn just so we can sit and say, oh, well, I know about the Deacons for Defense and Justice. We learn about these particular people so that we understand the connectivity. We know what is going on right now. We know where things that need to happen. We know where we want things to be for the future. So we have to have an understanding of the past to carve that path out for our little ones who are tuned in right now and our little ones who are not even born yet. So definitely peep those moments in history, y'all. And with that said, now it's time to get on with this foundational literacy train, okay? So we had Tamara to allude to the fact that tonight we have a teacher who is loved by many, including her students and her colleagues. She is a 3rd grade teacher, and she is in the Hampton Roads area, and she is super excited about learning and understands the importance of foundational literacy. So with that said, let's welcome on board for the first time, Miss Latasha LeMelle.
Woo!
Hey, hey, hey. All right, Natasha, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing fantastic. I hope everybody out there, the literacy gang and everybody out there listening, are having a wonderful time tonight.
Awesome, awesome. I love that energy that you are bringing already. I'm telling you that stuff is infectious. You're going to mess around and, have us shouting up in here. That is a beautiful thing. Well, you look great. And welcome. We are so glad to have you here. I got a few things that I want to ask you about. So you are a 3rd grade teacher, right?
I am. I'm a 3rd grade teacher at SeaTech in Virginia Beach. And I saw one of my students log on, Kiari.
Ah, okay.
Hey, Kiari.
Okay, hi, Kiari. How are you doing? We are so glad that you were tuned in this evening. And your teacher is up here. That is so awesome. So listen, you and I were chatting about the fact, we have another one of our teachers here. We have Miss Owens. How are you doing? And she's sending you some love, love, love. Hey, Miss Owens. And then we have Sheila Howard Wilson. She says she is so excited to see the amazing Miss LeMelle. Hey, y'all come on with all that love. Come through. And then we have Steph Cooper who says, hi, Mrs. LeMelle. It's Alyssa. Hi, Alyssa.
Hey, Alyssa. That's another one of my students.
Yes, we love it. We are so glad that the students are tuned in tonight. We love y'all. Okay. And once you finish your, reading, we're going to induct you and your students into the literacy game. But that's a little further down the line. Yes, yes, yes. So super excited to have them here. So we were talking about the fact that you're in the SeaTac area, which is the oldest Black community in the United States of America. That used to be my stomping grounds. I was out there so much. I used to work in that area. So much love for SeaTac. Our organization has actually done a book donation, 100 African-American children's books to the library back in 2014. So it's a place that is definitely near and dear to our hearts. But I would like to hear from you. Things were different this year. For everybody who's been teaching for, years and years and years, the end of 2020 and then this 2020-21 school year was, a wrench got thrown in it all. So tell me, how have things been going for you and your students?
Well, it's been a struggle for myself, students, and parents, but we do what we have to do because education is really important and knowledge is power. So I try to teach the students that all of it depends on them. They can gain knowledge without me even being there. So if I put in my 33 1/3%, they put in their 33 1/3%, and parents put in their 33 1/3%, it's no way you can not excel. So everybody puts in what they need to and put in the hard work, and it won't always be easy. Just like you said, this year has been a struggle. We've been back and forth going from virtual to face-to-face, and some teachers are even doing hybrid. So it's been a struggle, but we all do what we have to do and put in the work, and we get it done.
That's awesome. And that's the village mentality, what you named right there. This is the virtual village show, and that is the village effort, that 33 1/3 from, the parents, which is part of the community, the teachers, and our children themselves. And when we are working in sync, powerful things can happen despite external circumstances. So I'm glad to hear that you guys are pushing through. I think when we get to the other side of this, although it's been difficult, we'll have a lot to be proud about. And definitely wanted to shout out our teachers, understanding that you guys are having to do something that was not easy before, but now you are having to do it under unimaginable conditions. Nobody would have thought of this before. I always joke, and this time last year, if somebody would have told us that this was going to happen, we'd have been like, yeah, whatever, sure.
Right. Wearing a mask forever? No.
Right. And no school, we'll be doing it virtually. Like,
right.
Sure. Yeah, whatever. But it went down and we are persevering. So, I got one more question for you. I want to know, this lesson that you are about to deliver is a foundational literacy lesson. So we understand that the building blocks of literacy are, the structure, and it is important for our children as they move forward to have a strong foundation. So can you share with us your thoughts on the importance of foundational literacy lessons and these bite-sized lessons that we are providing here Monday and Wednesday every week?
Well, foundational literacy is the key, because if you don't have the foundation, just like a house, the foundation, if that's not standing, then your house will implode, explode, or just sink under. And we don't want that to happen with the knowledge or education of our students. So you need reading and literacy in everything that you do. You need to be able to read if you want to drive your car, because you have to read the street signs. You want to be able to read when you go into the grocery store. You want to be able to count your money. You have to know what money is which one, because people will cheat you. So it's always good to have the foundation. The foundation will help the students build, and they will have a mansion.
Boom, they will have a
mansion.
mansion. I love it. I love it. That was rather poetic. That was great. So look, I'm going to step away because people want this lesson. So are you ready to give this lesson?
Of course I'm ready. I'm part of the literacy gang.
Hey, all right, sis. Well, look, I'm going to step away. Look, I'm going to step away and let you do your thing, all right?
All right. So I'm so happy that all of you are here with me right now. I see you, Alyssa. I see you, Kiari. And I see the other people that have joined. I appreciate you joining us. Today or tonight, we are talking about long vowel patterns. We're going to distinguish the long vowels when reading and spelling words. We're also going to talk about punctuation. We're going to punctuate declarative, interrogative, and exclamatory sentences. We're going to see if it needs a period, a question mark, or an exclamation mark. And I have a quick parent tip for you all today. Before reading, always have your child look for unfamiliar words, and I want you to discuss what that word means, because when you discuss that, that will help with increasing your students' comprehension and increasing your child's vocabulary. So parent tip, write that down. Now we're going to get into the lesson with long vowels. We're going to look at some of the long vowel patterns. When you see words that have two E's together, it makes the long E sound. I want to hear you all say the long E sound with me. E. Two E's together make the long E sound. Let's take a look at some words that have that vowel pattern. We're going to say the sound of the letters that you see, and then we're going to put those sounds together to make words. We're going to start with B, B, E. What word does that make? B, E, B. Yes, I heard you, Kiari. I knew you knew that word. The next word, S, E, S, E. We changed the beginning sound there. What word does that make? C. Yes, you all are so intelligent. Now we're going to change it again. Sw, E, T. Sw, E, T. What word does that make? Sweet. Yes, you all are sweet like strawberries. Okay, the next word. W, E, K. Hear that again. W, E, K. What word does that make? Week. Right. Now there's another week, but this week is talking about the 7 days of the week. Now we're going to move into writing. When writing, it's important to know when to use the correct punctuation. You've learned about this before. I'm sure you have. What should all sentences include? Think about that for a minute. When I'm writing, what should all sentences include? One thing is a capital letter. A capital letter goes at the beginning of every sentence. And then every sentence should have a subject and a predicate. A subject and predicate tells you who the sentence is about and what that thing or person is doing. And then you should have ending punctuation. Make sure you do that because you don't want your sentences running on. So you want ending punctuation. Now, how do we know which punctuation mark to put at the end of a sentence? Well, it all depends on the type of sentence that you have. Let's talk about the 4 types of sentences. You have a declarative sentence. Declarative sentences tell about something. and we put a period at the end of that sentence. We also have an imperative sentence. That tells someone to do something, and it ends with a period also. Then we have an interrogative sentence. What does that sentence do? Well, it asks something. And what does that end with? When you ask something, what is that called? It's called a question. So we end that sentence with a question mark. Then we have an exclamatory sentence. And that shows strong feelings for something. And that ends with an exclamation point. So when you have those strong feelings for something, make sure you put an exclamation point behind that. Let's try to figure out which punctuation we would use with these sentences. Listen carefully. I need you to put on those listening ears. I have a blue dress. I have a blue dress. And if you can't hear me, it's across your screen right now. I have a blue dress. What kind of punctuation do you need for that sentence? That's right. It needs a period. Okay, we're going to the next sentence. What time are we eating dinner? What time are we eating dinner? That's asking a question. So I think you know what goes at the end of that sentence. A question mark. Good job. You all are too smart. I can't catch you off guard. Now we have another sentence. My hair is on fire. What punctuation do you think goes at the end of that statement? My hair is on fire. What do you think goes there? I heard you, Alyssa. Yes, an exclamation point goes there because that shows strong feelings. Good job. You all are so smart. I can't get you. Now we're going to move into our reading. Okay, I'm going to share a story with you, and I want you to keep those listening ears on. Tonight, our reading focus is theme. If you haven't heard that before, I want you to think of a cream-filled cupcake. Now, a cream filling is hidden inside of the cupcake. And that's what a theme is. The theme of a story is like a cream filling in a cupcake. It's the hidden message inside of a book. Now, the author doesn't tell you what he wants or she wants you to learn or the message or the lesson from a book. They don't usually just tell you, I want you to learn about friendship in this book. It's hidden, so you have to pay close attention for that. I'm going to read a story to you, and I want you to think about the theme of this story. First, I'm going to tell you about 3 titles. Little Red Riding Hood is one. What do you think the theme was of Little Red Riding Hood? That's a story that most people have read. Well, the theme from Little Red Riding Hood was appearances can be deceiving sometimes. Just like people say, don't judge a book by its cover. Now, what about the 3 Little Pigs? What do you think the theme is in the 3 Little Pigs? Can it be something like hard work and patience pay off in the end? Yeah, you got it. One last trial. The Little Red Hen. What do you think the theme is or the message is? What did the author want you to learn from the Little Red Hen? Well, that theme is laziness can have negative consequences. Laziness can have negative consequences. All right, I think you all are ready for this story.
Not quite. Before we get into that story, I do want to talk about that great lesson that you did there. So that was a wonderful lesson, so spirited, so interjective. so energetic, and I have never been super excited about learning about the types of sentences before. And my hair is on fire. What do we put at the end of that sentence, boys and girls? What do we put at the end? That is definitely an explanatory sentence right there. So I love all the energy that you brought to that. And now you have everybody super excited on the edge of their seats to find out what the theme is going to be to the story that you're going to read. So we do have to take a brief word from our sponsors, but can you share the title of that book so they can kind of marinate on that while we're on break? What's the title of that book?
The title of this book is Your Name is a Song.
So we have some things to think about. So we have a quick word from our sponsors, and when we come back, Miss LeMelle is going to read Your Name is a Song.
After the holidays are over, most Americans prepare for taxes. Titan Tax is ready to make filing your taxes as stress-free as possible. This veteran-owned virtual tax office will prepare and submit your tax return safely from the comfort of your home. If you filed unemployment for the first time or wondering about home office tax deductions, Titan Tax Professional has the answer for you. Contact us today at TitanTax.com or 757-565-7781. Titan Tax, real help from real people.
I'm back. So I want you to think about the title of this story. Your Name is a Song. And I want you to think about, remember, we're thinking about the theme. What does the author want us to learn from this story? Your Name is a Song. Written by Jamila Tompkins Bigelow. Illustrated by Louisa Uribe. I'm not coming back ever again, the girl stomped. Please don't stomp unless we're stepping in a drill team, Mama said. Was your first day of school so bad? The girl looked down. No one could say my name. No one? Not even your teacher? Mama asked. She tried. It got stuck in her mouth. A street musician swayed and played. Mama closed her eyes until she swayed too. Tell your teacher that your name is a song. The girl wrinkled her brows. I can't say that. Names aren't songs. Sure they are. Take the name Olumide. Olumide is a melody, girl. And so is Kotaune. The girl whispered names. Tap to tap went her feet. Mamadou is a beat. Tandon Weto stretches out like a love song. Yes, girl, names are songs. Sing your name. Your teacher will learn to sing too. The girl did a jig as they walked on. But then her feet slowed. Umi, she called to her mama. During snack, some girls pretended to choke on my name. At the red light, a car boomed hip-hop beside them. The bass pounded from their heads to their toes, even in their chests. Pat, 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 Mama patted her chest. Tell those girls some names must be said from here, not the throat. Names come from your heart? The girl asked. Say the name Ha. From there. You got to go deeper to say Halam. As they crossed, the girl touched her chest. Juana is here. Ngozi goes deeper. It pokes me in the stomach. Yes, girl, from your heart, say your name. Those girls will learn to use their hearts too. The girl bopped to the beat as they walked on. And Art, one boy's eyes got all wide when I said my name. Is my name scary? Wires sparked above a streetcar, and Mama and the girl jumped back startled. Mama put a calming hand on the girl's shoulder. Tell that boy some names have fire. You can put fire in a name? Kueku storms in on a Wednesday and fire dances in Sagnika, Mama said. Names are that strong? The girl asked. Si Omare fights a battle in your mouth. Tongues bow to say, Bilkisi. Julong lunges like a dragon. Odom. Odom is magnificent. The girl's lips trembled. Yes, girl, magnificent, just like you. On her toes, the girl rose and kicked as they walked on. What about the kids at recess who said my name sounds made up? Mama pointed up. Tell them that made up names come from there. From the sky? The girl asked. Made up names come from dreamers. Their real names were stolen long ago, so they dream up new ones. They make a way out of no way, make names out of no names. Pull them from the sky. The girl reached up to pull names too. Tajay and Trayvon. They sit on clouds with Julante. Mama nodded. And Laquan and Lamika are the twinkling stars, the glimmer in minds that think and tinker. Are these names new songs? The girl asked. Yes, girl. Tell everybody to learn new songs too. The girl twirled and leaped to the sky and they walked on. The next day, the girl didn't want to go to school, but she had songs to teach. Line up, Miss Anderson hollered. The girl looked to the sky. She saw dreams and fire there. Miss Anderson hollered names. Benjamin? Tap to tap went the girl's feet. Here. Siobhan? To tap. Here. Olivia? To tap tap. Here. What do you think's going to happen when she gets to the little girl's name? The girl stopped tapping. Her name was getting stuck in Miss Anderson's mouth again. The girl sang. The whole class stared. What are you doing? Miss Anderson asked. I'm singing my name so you'll learn it. Names are not songs, Miss Anderson huffed. Miss Anderson, sang the girl. Miss Anderson frowned. Your name is a pretty song, said the girl. Miss Anderson's frown slowly turned into a smile. Why, thank you. What about me? Bob asked. What's my song? The girl belted out, Bob! Other kids asked for songs too. She sang and sang their names. Miss Anderson asked, could we hear your song again? The girl sang her name. The teacher sang it back. One kid sang it, then another, and another. Everyone sang her name. Coradja le muso. It was music to her ears. Now, what was the focus of this story? Your name is a song. We're thinking about the theme of this story. What do you think the theme is? What do you think the author wants you to learn from this story? I think one of the themes, and stories can have more than one theme, I think one of the themes is names have meaning. Why don't you ask your parents what your name means? I also think that another theme here is never be ashamed of who you are. Always believe in yourself. And that is, your name is a song. And all of you come up with a song for your name.
Oh, that was excellent. That was excellent. You did a wonderful job with that story. And I am definitely in love with that one right there. But before we get into the story, let's share this love that we've been getting here. So you got quite a few comments coming through. So we have Steph Cooper. Hi, we had that one. It's Alyssa. And then we have Wanda Stevens who says, hello, Miss LeMelle.
Hi,
and then we have
family.
Miss Tiffany here. She said, hey. And then we have Miss Tiffany. She said, amazing, Natasha. And then we have, we have Keela who said, hello.
Hey,
and then Tanisha says, Jada and Lillian said, having pride in ourselves. Great job, Jada and Lillian. Excellent. And then we have Henriella who said, what a wonderful story. Great job, Miss LeMelle. I agree. And then we have Tanisha. She said, what your reading was song to our ears. I agree. And then we have Miss Gaynor. She said, awesome. And then we have Myra Bracy. Great job, Miss. Oh, great job, Miss Tasha. Hey, Pumpkin. Yes. So this is, this was a wonderful story. And again, we definitely appreciate your energy and what that story was about. We've been wanting that story read for quite a while now. And, my little piece on that is a special shout out, much love to our children who have names that people sometimes do not take the time to acknowledge in the ways in which they should, so that they understand their names are a song. There's fire in their names. Their names are valuable. Someone took the time to think to name them. We have, I love this story, and it's Kiari again. We're so glad Kiari loves the story. And Mr. Bracy says, only you can blend a story and song together so well, okay? And then Anthony says, definitely Hawkins. Okay, they're coming through. They are coming through. That is awesome. But yes, to our children who have names that sometimes adults who don't want to take the time to give the respect in which they should, for our children to understand your names are wonderful. Your names are fantastic. And if people cannot pronounce your name, don't let it go. You can tell them your name is a song, and you tell them what your name is and that you would like for them to pronounce it correctly, please. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. That is your name that someone who loves you gave you. So I love that about the book. And I love the way you brought it to life. Like Bracy said, only you can blend a song and the story together like that. It was wonderful. So was there anything, did the book touch you in any particular type of way? Anything you want to say about it?
It did, because when I was in high school, a teacher pronounced my name incorrectly intentionally. And I just think it's disrespectful and rude. Even as a child, we need to give respect to the students, and their name is important because they are important. So
exactly.
Take time to listen to the students and adults. And if you think that the name is difficult to pronounce, it's nothing wrong with asking again, but it's how you ask and how you respond to people. If you hear a name that's strange to you, don't make a face about it. Don't, oh, that's your name? No, that makes the person feel less than. So you should accept what their name is because that's their name, and then ask them to pronounce it again for you.
Exactly. And as adults, we have to do our due diligence with that. We have to understand how important that is, because it makes someone feel small. Yes. If you do not take the time to pronounce their name. And then as teachers or anybody, any adult in the community who sees this child on a regular basis, every time you do that, you are possibly taking a little piece of their self-esteem and self-worth. So it is our job to affirm our children. And the very first part of that, the groundwork is to say their name correctly. And we can say, hey, sweetie, could you repeat that back for me? I'm not always good with names, and that is fine. But, we say that and then we practice till we get it correctly. That is our job. So I know the teachers over there at CTAC are pronouncing all these beautiful names correctly. No doubt. So we appreciate you coming here. And it is time. I need the African drum roll, please, to induct you into the literacy gang. So I want to let you know that you are now a member of this literacy gang. This gang is founded on a love of literacy, culture, community, and love for one another. You are in this gang now. You cannot escape this gang. And that means that you, all of your students, y'all gonna get this love, and you all are welcome back anytime. So she is officially in the gang. Everybody, let's give it up. Gang, let's give it up. Oh, she got the boom going. I love it.
I'm so excited to be part of the gang.
Yes, we are excited to have you. And I keep saying we love your infectious energy, all that you are doing for our students on the daily. And now that you are here with our virtual village students, it's just a wonderful win all around. Sending much love to you, and we cannot wait to have you back. And much love to all of your students who are tuned in right now. We definitely, especially appreciate you all tuning in and seeing your teacher up here. How wonderful is that? And we invite you and your parents to tune in every night. That is Monday through Wednesday, same time, same space. Clever Communities in Action on Facebook or YouTube. All right. So, Ms. LeMelle, was there anything that you wanted to say before you leave us for the night?
Just thank you for welcoming me into the gang.
Definitely. No doubt, sis. So we appreciate you, and we look forward to you coming back, and you have a wonderful evening, okay?
You all do the same. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, y'all. So that was wonderful. We really enjoyed Miss LeMelle's energy. We enjoyed that story that she read. And again, so excited to see her students tuned in. So right now, don't you guys go anywhere, because our young people are still coming through with it. So we have Miss Peyton, and she is here to bring this quote. And I tell you, the ancestors just worked through this child. So check her out.
Greetings, virtual villagers. I am Peyton. Today's quote is from the movie Deacons of Defense, released in 2003. We started with 5 men. Now look at us, larger and stronger. Forrest Whitaker as Deacon Marcus Clem.
Jumbo Virtual Villagers. I'm Jamir, and I'm here for today's book recommendation. Leah told you about the Deacons of Defense and Justice. We suggest you gather together as a family and read and discuss the Deacons of Defense, Armed Resistance, and the Civil Rights Movement by Lance Hill. There is a lot to be learned, debunked, and appreciated here. You can purchase this book at your local Black-owned bookstore or visit smile.amazon.com and add Clever Communities in Action as your charity, and Amazon will donate a percentage of the prices of your purchases at no cost to you.
All right, so we are so excited about tonight's episode from the beginning when our Shania comes through with that affirmation, and we have dropped the link. We have, Mr. Bracey was welcoming Natasha to the gang. Yes. And let's see, we have Steph Cooper here who said, great job, Mrs. LeMelle. So all this love, we love this love. And from the beginning with Shania giving us a positive affirmation, we have dropped her affirmation in the comment section. So if you guys, some of you said that you were interested in having that, we definitely want you to use it, and you can use it in your classrooms. You can use it with your own children. You can use it in your churches, your daycare centers, wherever you have our little ones, and you can use it for yourself, okay? So definitely click that link to get that affirmation from Shania. We also have our moments in history that we post on our Facebook page every day. Every morning we post those from season 3. So if you are looking for African-American historic figures or moments, you can go and get those clips as well. We do have a playlist that we are putting together. So if you want all those clips together, just leave us a message in the Clever Communities in Action Facebook page, or you can send an email to admin@clevercommunities.org, and we will make sure that you get that playlist. But right now you can scroll through our Facebook page and find those. And then of course, Miss LeMelle came through with that lesson and that book and all that energy, all these wonderful learning tools. So definitely you guys tune into those. And we want to see you here as a part of this village regularly. We are here Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also, Literacy Gang t-shirts are available. If you want to rep for your set, if you are proud of being a member of this Literacy Gang, then we have the t-shirts available for purchase now for a limited time. So you can go to clevercommunities.org/official and get your t-shirt right now so you can rep for the right gang. That is the Literacy Gang, okay? So it's been a wonderful evening. We appreciate you all tuning in. Make sure you all click that share button. If you have enjoyed this, do us a favor, do everybody a favor, and click that share button right now. Click share so other people can know about this program and tune in, and so that our Literacy Gang can continue to grow. So we love you all. We appreciate you all those beautiful names out there, all those wonderful songs. You all keep singing, and don't let anybody ever take your song away from you. So you will have a wonderful evening. Definitely, we got you, sis. We got you, sis, always, okay? So let us know what you think of the affirmation, too. If you guys take that link and you share it with your students or with your children, let us know what they think about it. We love to hear how it moves them. So with that said, you all have a great night, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
We in our own lane and we got our own slang. We got our own gang with a literacy gang. We in our own lane and we got our own slang. We do our own thing with a literacy gang. We know our ABCs, we can read a riddle. We about the action, present for the simple. Subject and predicates meeting in the middle. 20 minutes, everything really is that simple. Your brain is a muscle, must keep it trained. We flex different with a literacy gang. Your brain is a muscle, but